Maximizers! Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone is doing well. I am coming to you a little bit tired, but of course, I'm very happy to continue showing up. I think today is day 39 of going live for a year. This has not been an easy feat, y'all. Trying to get the time. I've been scheduling times and changing them. So I sent out an email to my live notify list. So if you want to be a part of my live notify list, just send me an email, hello@krysmaximize.com, and I will get you notified. But for the live, it's very random. I don't really have scheduled times because my schedule is all over the place. But I want to thank y'all so much for joining me. Um, I want to start today by saying a couple of things. If this is your first time watching me, welcome. My name is Crystal. I'm a strategic money coach, and I help women be super intentional with their money so they can make progress on their big financial goals. I help them create a money plan based on budgeting, couponing, meal planning, and overall strategically shopping. I am going live every single day for a year. And because I'm going live every single day for a year, I am decided to be a little bit, I'm always authentic, but I've decided to be a little bit more vulnerable and share more about my life because I am showing up here every day. And I want to say that today was a hard day for me. Today was full of tears. Today was full of my coach picking me up because there's some things that I'm dealing with in business and in life. And I'm saying that to say, remember that what you see on social media is usually a highlight reel. But everyone is going through something. And I want you to give yourself grace when it comes to the money. I know things may not be perfect. I know it may not feel good. You may have bills that are past due. You may not have enough to buy the things that you really want. You may not be eating the things that you want to eat because you just don't have the money for it. But I want to encourage you, as I was encouraged today, to keep going no matter what the negativity may look like in your life, no matter what your bad situation may look like. I want you to give yourself some grace and know that today is a good day to start anew. Today is a good day to start a new habit. So, for tonight, I want to talk about creating a budget that works for you. Your budget is for you. Hey, everybody. Hey, Angela. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Ann. Your budget is for you. No two budgets are ever the same. Even if people work at the same job, hell, sometimes if people live in the same house, their budgets still may be completely different. No two budgets are the same. Your budget needs to be something that you are comfortable with. Your budget needs to be something that works for you and your family specifically. Just because it works for me doesn't mean it may not work for you, and vice versa. I encourage you to try a couple different things. So, first things first, when it comes to creating a budget, I suggest you start with pen and paper, but you don't have to continue with pen and paper. You can have a budget in an Excel sheet, you can have it in a Google sheet, or you can have it in an app. So there's really three ways where you can manage and have your budget, right? But whatever works best for you is the right way. The way that works best for you is the right way. So I want you to try pen and paper first. And then if you're like, I'm a spreadsheet girl, you know that automatically. At least get it written down on paper and then plug it into a spreadsheet. If you decide you want to use an app, then go ahead and use an app, right? So I just wanted to share that your budget is personalized to you. And I also want to say that you're not doing anything wrong. You probably just don't have a strategy in place with boundaries that works for you. So if you are someone that's constantly saying, like, I can never stick to my budget, I would encourage you to take a step back and say, all right, what is it that I'm not sticking to? Where am I veering off from the path? Because on Monday, I want to do this. But by Thursday, I am off the beaten path and swiping my debit card like there's no tomorrow, right? Um, I would encourage you to look within yourself and say, where am I going astray? And what do I want my relationship with money to look like? Journal it out, write it down. What do you want your relationship with money to look like, right? And once you decide, this is what I want my relationship with money to look like, then your next step is to take your oh my gosh, next best action. So if you decide you want to have a healthy relationship with money, you decide that when you write a budget down, you want to stick to it, great. What is the first thing you can do to create healthy habits? Figure out what your negative habits are. So you've got to face this is bad. You gotta face the devil. You gotta face the negative in order to make it positive. So you really gotta assess yourself. Don't be hard on yourself, but be real. I am unintentionally spending. I had my first one-to-one call today with my budget client, and she said she had Amazon as a line item, and I was like, "Well, what do you buy?" She's like, "Anything that we see, anything that my daughters want, like we just buy it from Amazon." And I said, "Well, I encourage you to think, is that the best use of your money?" And she was like, "Honestly, no, it's not." So she made the conscious decision that she did not want to have this unhealthy relationship with Amazon, that as soon as she sees something on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, she just hurrying up and buying it, right? She decided. And I'm like, well, what can you do? She's like, well, I can do this and I can do this and I can do this. Perfect. She also realized that just because it was on Amazon doesn't necessarily mean it was the cheapest option. So when I say you want to create a budget that works for you, everything doesn't work for everybody, right? I have clients who love using Instacart, they use Shipt, they use Amazon. And I have clients who are like, I'm going to the store no matter what. Some people pay for convenience, and that's fine. So if you want to pay for convenience, that's okay. It's not wrong. Just realize if you're paying for convenience, but you're drowning, you may have to readjust like, okay, can I be inconvenienced for a couple of months to get myself caught up? Okay? Y'all with me? Let me know. So the overall point that I'm trying to make is give yourself some grace. Do a little analyzing of yourself and say, self, this is the relationship that I want to have with my money. This is the next best step that I need to take. And then you know what, y'all? Take the step. Be radical. One thing that you can do if you get swipe happy, take your budget out for those items in cash. So if you know you like to go to Starbucks, right? Go to Starbucks. But how about you preload a Starbucks gift card for the week, and maybe you tell yourself, I have $20 a week for Starbucks, and I can only use my gift card. The auto reload is not on there, none of that, right? So when you give yourself that $20 Starbucks budget, you are going to be more focused, right? If you know that your coffee is 4.85, you know that you only got four of them that you can get for the week. So you can't go every day, right? Or maybe your coffee is a little bit more expensive and you only got three in you. So you will intentionally decide when you are going to buy your coffee. Talking to my biz bestie. I don't know if she's watching, but I'm a pick on her. She was talking about her pink drink from Starbucks. She loves it. She said, girl, I used to be going every day, but now I decided 3 times a week. She decided it's something that she wants, which is fine. What you spend your money on as the money coach, I don't care. I want you to spend your money on the things that make you happy, that bring you joy, that bring you convenience. But when it gets to the point where you're spending all of your money on these things, but you don't have money to do what you really want, that's where the issue comes in. So my biz bestie was like, I don't want to be spending all of this money at Starbucks. So how about I just give myself three a week and she puts it on her gift card. She uses her stars. She gets free drinks. She gets free pastries, right? It's all about making a budget that works for you. So I also would encourage you to don't listen to people that says you can only do it this way, only do it that way, and do this. Take what you need from them, leave the rest. It's all about you creating the budget for you. And what I like to teach my clients is a strategy. So I give you categories. Like these are the 4 categories of your money, right? These are some things that you can do. I suggest that you do these so you can see it. Some people are like, I don't want to do a paycheck to paycheck budget. Cool, you don't have to. Some people are like, I don't want to do the budget overview. Cool, you don't have to. But when you come to me and you don't know your numbers, then I will suggest to you, hey, do your budget overview so you can clearly see your numbers. But if you find a way that works better for you, that's fine. But I also need you to try a lot of different ways before you just decide it's not for you. It's like automatically saying you don't like a food when you've never tried it. Okay? Now there's some things like with texture, you're like, but I don't like mussels. I've eaten them. And I don't like oysters. Not raw oysters, but I can eat the cooked oysters. Right? But I tried some and that's how I know that I can tolerate them. But I'm not paying my money and ordering no oysters. I'm telling you that right now, right? Crabs and shrimp over here and fish, right? So give yourself that grace. Try a lot of different things with your budget before you nail down your budget strategy. And if you are someone who needs help creating your budget, you need to know what types of categories can you have in your budget. You need to know when you should be using cash. How many bank accounts should you have? If you want suggestions, if you want help, I am offering my Budget Like a Boss workshop. It was a 4-hour workshop I did back in August. I'm offering the replay for 50% off. So you can get the Budget Like a Boss workshop for just $27. It's a 4-hour replay. You can watch it at your leisure, but I go deep into this is how you create a budget. I give you pre-work to do before you watch the class. Do these things. This is how you can create a budget. But you decide what goes into the budget. Let me know if that makes sense. Type yes in the comments. It's almost like when you buy what is something that you buy blank and you have to make your bowl at Chipotle, right? Everybody gets an empty bowl, but you decide what goes in there. But I'm gonna give you the suggestions. Do you want white rice or brown rice? Some people get no rice. Do you want chicken, steak, shrimp, fajitas? Do you want a salad? You choose. Everybody's bowl at Chipotle is different. No two bowls are the same, right? Even if we get the same things, they still won't be different because I might have 1,000 rices and she only got 955. So it's a blank canvas where I'm going to give you suggestions. I'm going to share with you things that have worked for me, for my family, and for my clients. But you get to decide the way in which that you want to follow it. So if you go to my website, KrysTheMaximizer.com, and you click on Work with Me, I'm just making sure that it's there. Click on Work with Me, and you scroll down to the right-hand side. It'll say Budget Workshop Replay. So on sale for $27. So if you didn't get it when we did it live, you can definitely go and grab it now for $27. You get immediate access to it. You get immediate access to a 4-hour deep dive into creating and setting up your budget. Tips to stick to said budget. There's also Q&A included from the people who were live, and I love to keep the Q&As into my replays because I feel like if one person had a question, 5 other people probably have the same or a similar question, and you can benefit from that. Okay? So I do want to open up the floor now for any questions around budgeting your way. I plan to only be on here for 15 minutes. I'm hungry, I'm tired, and I think I want to go to bed early, but I do have to get to the end of my email inbox. I let my emails pile up too much, and I'm not proud of myself. So I need to get back to inbox 0 every day. And let's say this one no, you're not about to be ready. Did you call your dad? Okay, I'm about to be done in 5 minutes, so you go eat, okay? Okay. So this is Facebook, that's Instagram, and the middle is YouTube. And TikTok. Okay, go. I'm about to be done. Right here. Okay. Any questions before I go? Go ahead, Kimberly. I'm about to do that. You can get the budget replay on my website. Click Work with Me, KrysTheMaximizer.com. Click Work with Me. Scroll down and get it for $27. If you're in the Money Saving Academy, don't worry about it. You already have access to our budget trainings. We set up our budgets together every single month. Okay. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for your support. 2 final things. One, I am having in-person events as well in Baltimore and Orlando. They're also on my website under events. And if you want to be notified when I go live, just shoot me an email. You can click the contact me on my website, KrysTheMaximizer.com, and just type in, I want to be notified when I go live, when you go live, and then I'll send you the link. or you can email me directly, hello@krysthemaximizer.com. DM me with your email, and then I can get it sent over for you. You're so welcome, Kanisha. And I can get the link sent over to you. But I'm gonna go. I know I usually like to go live for a long time, but I think with going live every day, I need to do shorter lives. And I think tomorrow I'm gonna do an afternoon live because I have a call I need to do at 3 p.m. So I think I'm gonna be going live tomorrow in the afternoon, so that I can have my evening free. And I'm probably gonna do the same on Friday, because I want to do some things with Kinsley, and I also just kind of want to go to bed early. I've been getting up early, so I want to go to bed a little bit earlier. So I want to thank y'all so much for your support. If you need help or want to work with me, go to KrysTheMaximizer.com. I would love to support you. Um, I pray that you all have a great evening, a great tomorrow, and I'll see some of you tomorrow. Bye.